What's going on, guys, in the works, and isn't that quite the way to start off my first ever Battlefield 4 video? And if you're scratching your head, go back and watch this clip. The guy parachuting in actually hits me, and I actually get a hit marker on him. I actually do damage to him. So that's quite an interesting way to start off my Battlefield 4 career. But I'm glad to see one thing hasn't changed in Battlefield, and that is my ability to take out helicopters. And this little noob tube, or whatever you want to call it, the grenade launcher that's on the assault kit, is actually really good. Almost maybe a little bit too good, but you see me take down that chopper there, which was pretty interesting. Both guys bail, not surprisingly, because they were like, okay, this thing's going down. They probably had no idea what was even hitting them. Because like I said, this is within the first hour of the beta going live. So initial knee-jerk reactions on the game. I like it. I think it's pretty good. I like the graphics. The graphics are really pretty. Considering that's just a beta. I mean, it's just the open beta. There's nothing really, finalized about it. They can change weapon damage. They can change all that stuff, which I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will change some of the, tweak the weapons just a little bit. But as far as graphics and whatnot, it looks really good. Now, there's one thing that I am a little bit disappointed in, as you see me swimming around with my pistol out, is that I feel like the gunplay is a little looser. Now, again, this is a beta. A lot of times they can, tighten that stuff up for the final build. But the gunplay doesn't feel as tight and responsive as it felt in Battlefield 3. And if you've, been a follower of my videos for the past 2 years, I've made a lot of Battlefield 3 videos. And one of the things I always talked about is how I love the gunplay in the Battlefield 3 game. It just felt really responsive. It felt like you were in complete control of your weapon. And it's something that I thought was the hallmark of the series, was just the weapon behavior. And it feels a little bit different in this game. If you've played a lot of Battlefield, it won't be that hard to adjust. But to me, it feels more like the Medal of Honor gunplay, or perhaps even the gunplay that's in Bad Company games. It feels a little bit looser. It feels like the bullet deviation's a little bit different, which I don't like as of now. Now, like I said, this is a beta. I don't like to make initial declarations, but if I was to do a knee-jerk reaction, that's my one con of the game right now. I'm sure I'll get used to it. As with a lot of games, it takes a while to adjust. If you've ever picked up a new first-person shooter in a series of games that you've played, a lot of times it does feel a little bit different. So it's probably just somewhat of a learning curve, getting used to the feel of the gunplay. I'm sure this time, next year I'll be like, oh, well, I don't even really notice the difference between Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. So let's hope that's the case, because Battlefield 3 had some awesome gunplay. But as far as the guns go, there aren't a lot of options. I was actually kind of surprised by that. So the engineer class, you start off with a PDW. The assault kit, which what you see me playing with here, has an AK-12, I believe, and then you also can unlock the Scar H after a while. So that's kind of interesting to see the Scar H on the assault kit versus the engineer, how it was in Battlefield 3. So being a Scar platform lover, I'm actually kind of interested in that. But the weapon selection isn't really high. I think you start off with a bolt-action rifle. You can actually unlock a semi-auto sniper if you spend enough time with the recon kit. So don't go into the beta expecting to unlock a ton of stuff, at least as of now. I may discover a little bit later down the line that there's some hidden unlocks that they don't actually show in the menus. I don't know. But from looking at the menus, just kind of getting a taste of what it has to offer, it doesn't seem like there's a lot in there in terms of the weapons and whatnot. So that's a good thing to me. It'll leave some stuff for us to discover when the actual full build of the game is out. It'll be more surprising, it'll have something for us to actually look forward to. Because if you recall with the Battlefield 3 beta, you could unlock a lot of weapons. In fact, I pushed really hard with the recon kit to make sure that I unlocked it all the way to the max. I know that was something that was a big grind. It took a lot of hours to do that in the beta. But as far as the game modes go, let's stop talking about weapons. Let's talk about these game modes, because one of the new game modes, or kind of new, is the domination game mode, which is essentially a conquest, I guess, kind of an altered conquest. It's very similar to Conquest Domination. The flags don't cap quite as quick as that, but there's only 3, and the scale of the map that you're on within this game mode is much smaller. If you'll notice that I've been playing it for the past couple of clips here, we're very limited on where we can go. So if you're picking this game mode up as a first-time player, you have to be aware that the action in this is going to be much more faster paced, and whoever controls this rooftop right here is basically going to be at the advantage. because this rooftop basically overlooks all the points and makes it really easy to control the action, and you'll see a lot of people get up here. So if you're looking to break out of getting killed in the spawn over and over and over, try to take the rooftop. It's really important. If you work at a team, there's various angles that you can actually come up on here, and it's really not that hard to take. So if you get into a game and a bunch of people are up here noob tubing, which seems to be an epidemic right now, just get with your squad, push up. There's a couple ladders you can go up. You can go up the elevators. Surprisingly enough, a lot of people are camping the elevators, which, like I said, I really wasn't that surprised about it, but I know a lot of people were like, oh no, that won't happen, people will play with honor, and I'm like, guys, this is a first-person shooter, there's no such thing as honor. So yeah, elevators are a little bit tricky to get up, but like I said, take that ladder over there because you do climb ladders much quicker. You can take this rooftop and you might have a pretty good time. So overall, first impressions, I like it. Hopefully I'll get used to the gunplay here in a little bit. It's taking some time to adjust from the Battlefield 3 gunplay, but overall it's been a very, very awesome experience. So hopefully you guys can hop on the beta sometime today and experience it for yourself because it's definitely worth it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.